Hi, I'm Ashley Wunsch.
And I'm Jay Wunsch.
And we are the 2017 Stewardship Committee Chairs.
We would like to take a moment and talk to you about an important time in the life of our church, a time where we can step back and think about the blessings that God has given to each of us and to our church, and think about how we make sure that we don't take those blessings for granted.
Over the past several weeks, we've seen a lot of our friends and our neighbors as they emerge from two devastating hurricanes, one here in Texas and another in Florida. Jay and I personally were affected by Hurricane Irma. His parents live on the coast about 100 miles north of Marco Island, where the second landfall of that Category 4 hurricane occurred. They're safe, they evacuated, and their house only sustained small damage, but that area will be rebuilding for a long time. Sometimes during these devastating events, we feel overwhelmed by the need of the people. We feel sadness and heartbreak by their struggle, but surprisingly, we also feel hope that has emerged with the generosity of the nation.
Many of you may have heard or seen the campaign that was started by J.J. Watts of the Houston Texans for raising money for Hurricane Harvey relief. He has raised over $33 million. It's also been reported that the American Red Cross has raised $160 million. This money, plus food and supplies and man-hours volunteered, were freely given.
Back here at home at Grace Avenue, we've been supporting hurricane relief by providing over 100 pack-and-plays to local area shelters. That plus flood relief buckets and health kits and other supplies. We've also been training early response teams to be able to go down and help with the cleanup and the rebuilding, which could take weeks, months, possibly even years. But friends, there is hope because we are a generous church and a generous people.
Why does it take a disaster for us to live into generosity? Doesn't God want us to live into generosity always?
If you supported hurricane relief, how did it make you feel? How do you think it made the people that benefited from your support feel?
How do you think it brought you and our community closer to God?
We'll explore all these questions and the overlying question, why do I need to be generous, over the next several weeks. In the 4-week program, we will be talking about why it's genius to be generous, with some help from Chip Ingram in his book, The Genius of Generosity.
We encourage every household to pick up a copy of The Genius of Generosity if you haven't already, and follow along with us as we read together as a church family.
We'll also be hearing from some of our friends here in the church who will share with us when the light bulb went off for them about giving generously.
And our pastors will be discussing bright ideas about generosity during their sermon series and small group studies offered each week.
And then on the 5th week, on October 21st and 22nd, we will join together in worship and prayer for Commitment Weekend. And at that time, we will commit to generous giving altogether.
Thank you for listening to this message, and we are excited about this exploration of generosity and hope that you will join us as God guides our path with His light.